He's moving around in the circle, not standing in the one spot, which is important.
On November the 18th, tune in for the premiere of our special 4-episode series, Mayweather-Hatton 24/7. We'll take our cameras to Las Vegas and Manchester, England, for a revealing look at both Floyd Mayweather and Ricky Hatton as they prepare for their upcoming showdown. Then on December the 8th, HBO pay-per-view brings you the live fight between Mayweather and Hatton with the welterweight championship of the world at stake.
They're going to stop the fight. They're going to stop the fight. They are.
They're not going to stop it, baby. Just box.
Come on.
You're going to box. Jab and move. Jab and move. Let's go.
You have to do it. Come on, wake up, baby.
You're going to stop this fight if you don't start fighting. Remember,
Pero throw good shots, hard shots. Duro los shots.
Hard punches.
Stay low.
Check us out. Power jab, baby. The power of the dream, too, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go.
Concern in Julio Diaz's corner. You heard trainer Lee Espinoza say, hey, they're going to stop this fight if you don't get something going.
Well, I just think he's trying to motivate him. I don't see any signs that that is actually in the works at this moment.
You know, Julio has to decide what really works for him. Is boxing inside working for him, or is boxing outside working for him? It really all comes down to his game plan.
Yeah, but now it's almost too late, Lennox. He's so far behind. He's got to make something happen. Winning a few rounds by showing us that he can outbox him, if he can, is not going to get the deal done.
And don't discount all the body work that Juan Diaz has laid on Julio Diaz to take away some of that movement from round number 1 right through this end of the 7th. And again, Julio cautioned for leading with his head.
When Julio Diaz fought Castillo opened up cuts under both eyebrows with his head.
When Castillo stopped him in the 10th round of that fight, he was ahead on all 3 judges' cards. Right hand to the body by Juan Diaz. Lennox, this switch to southpaw that Julio said he would use seems to have not paid one single dividend.
Not one. In fact, when he switches, he gets hit even more.
Sometimes when a fighter switches, it buys him a little bit of time while his opponent figures it out. But Juan Diaz doesn't even give him a little time when he sees him turn to southpaw. He is the nearest thing we've seen to a perpetual motion machine in boxing. It's not a style that's going to have him fighting when he's 40, but he'll have a hell of a good time until he's about 28 or 30.
He just turned 24 back on September 17th.
By the time he's 40, he'll be either the mayor of Houston or the governor of Texas.
We roll to the end of the 8th round. All Juan Diaz in the blue.
Chicago was a lightweight town. Its greatest fighter, Barney Ross, lightweight champion who went on to win the welterweight champion. Here you see him in his last fight against the super great Henry Armstrong back in 1938. Barney Ross, Henry Armstrong. Earlier, he fought 3 fights against welterweight champion Jimmy McLarnin and beat him twice. McLarnin, an outstanding welterweight champion. Barney Ross. What a fighter.
Chicago's best.
Oh, the fight's being stopped.
It is being stopped. Corner of Julio Diaz stopping the fight.
And you know, it's not a bad call by the corner because he's really working from a deficit.
And here we saw almost a replica of Juan Diaz's fight against Acelino Freitas. There comes a time when a fighter says, I just don't want to live with this fist in my face every second of the fight.
And they say pressure busts a pipe, and it definitely does.
So Juan Diaz moves to 33-0, gets his 17th stoppage, and for the second fight in a row, as Larry pointed out, same as with Acelino Freitas, Juan Diaz's opponent does not answer the bell to start the 9th round. He just does it with volume. He's a doubles hitter, but a great doubles hitter. And Lennox, it's amazing how he is able to take a fight and take away his opponent's strength. For Julio Diaz, it was backing up, it was boxing, keeping range, but Juan Diaz gets the fight to his comfort area.
And, you know, he just imposed his will on Julio Diaz, and Julio really couldn't take it because, you know, he wanted to move around, he wanted to box, but he couldn't do that.
So Gino Rodriguez get the word from the Julio Diaz corner that he was not willing to continue, and Juan Diaz now holds 3 of the 4 lightweight championship belts as Julio Diaz suffers loss number 4 in his career.
And he had to be careful what he wished for. This is what he wished for. He wanted Juan Diaz so badly, he had him in front of his face all night.
And I think he realized that despite the fact that Juan has said that boxing is his hobby and his law degree and his future outside of the ring is his work.
Imagine if he takes it serious.
I think he takes it a lot more serious than Julio Diaz believed it would be. Juan Diaz came into the ring with his 2 belts, and now he leaves with Julio Diaz's belt as well, as Diaz, Julio that is, does not answer the bell for the start of the 9th round. Lennox, it's just very impressive how this 24-year-old stands in the pocket, shows tremendous composure, and breaks down the will of his opponent, as he does time and time again.
Yeah, Julio wanted to move and box, couldn't do that. He wanted to stand and box, couldn't do that. Just too much pressure to deal with. Couldn't stand it, couldn't deal with it. Wasn't able to gain any strength from it, and this is the results.
For the official time of the stoppage, I'll ring it out to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bell rang to begin round number 9. The official time becomes 1 second of round number 9 as the blue corner, Julio Diaz, advised referee Gino Rodriguez that he would no longer continue. The winner by TKO victory, now the unified WBA, WBO, and IBF lightweight champion of the world, still undefeated, Juan the Baby Bull Diaz.
Juan Diaz dominates Julio Diaz through 8 rounds. And Mom Olivia, tears of joy as her Baby Bull Juan picks up win number 33 and his 17th stoppage. We take a look at the final punch numbers from this fight. It was all Juan Diaz as he just attacked Julio Diaz in this fight. You see the total thrown in favor of Julio Diaz, but Juan much more accurate. Juan even used the jab in the later rounds, but his bread and butter, the power punches. That's where Juan Diaz makes his hay, and he dug in deep, and he was awesome, landing 47% of his power punches in the fight, 282 of 606, and Diaz really, Julio that is, had no answer tonight. So the Baby Bull at 24 years of age just keeps rolling along. Juan Diaz is with